us. And let me begin by saying something about the kind of speakers that we have. Some people believe in having a little bit of formality and they would smile, make you comfortable. Some people would start off right away on the dot, on the topic. I'm like the previous ones. I believe in gradually starting, slowly starting, having a little bit of more familiarity to open up. So I've done that, and I believe you are with me. So let me begin by mentioning the subject that is chosen is actually inspired by Bhagavati Gupta ji. And once he asked me to say something about Mahavakyas. Maha, of course, is literally great. So great quotes or great sentences from Vedas. So there are some which are in the category of Mahavakyas. Let me say the number. There are four which are considered as Mahavakyas, and today I'll try to say something about one of them, which is Tat Tvam Asi. Tat Tvam Asi. Tat Tvam Asi. So literally, uh, you are that is the meaning. Vah tu hai is the meaning of this Mahavakya. Now, when he asked me, I started thinking I do not know how to say anything about it. So I read somewhere, I heard about it, and my most of the hearing on scriptures has been at the feet of my Guru Swami Sri Ishwaranand Kirti Maharaj, who is not in physical form anymore with us, but as they say, Bhagavad is the form of Lord Krishna. So scriptures carry that essence of the being. In the same way, Guru's lectures or vachans or the way he expressed also continues to carry us towards that ocean of knowledge. So now I have a book in my hand which is compilation of his lectures, Swarupanu. Now, what it was, uh, there is a beautiful Pratas Smarana Shloka. Pratas morning. So early morning, the shlokas that you are encouraged to meditate upon. And let me recite it. Just you will appreciate the grandeur, the beauty, the depth, even if you don't understand. So let's begin. And this is the reason I'm recording it right now because it is early morning here in New York. This is December 11th when I'm recording. It says 6:12 here. And before that, I read part of this book. So I was inspired to record it. And then I did my regular, uh, the formal way of trying to uh, get in tune to the all pervading. Now, not getting into the details of each one of us is encouraged to design our own sadhana in a unique way, which suits our nature. That openness is indeed great blessings, so that you have the ability not only to reinvent your way of relating to infinite and enjoy the variety that is offered. So stotra is also one, and this is, I believe, from Acharya Shankar. Yes, Sri Shankar Bhagavad Padkatam Pratasmato. Let me recite it and then we continue. And just to hook you with this sharing, you hear a lot about artificial intelligence and what is intelligence and what is consciousness. Well, let us say we will talk a little bit about the difference between Vedantic consciousness and artificial intelligence, and where both of them have their own path set out for it, and how Vedantic consciousness goes beyond artificial intelligence and empowers you in a way that machine can never replace you. We are getting a lot of apprehension when people are scared that it is going to hit on their job, etc. But that detail for some other time by some other people. Let us get to Pratasma Stotram. Pratasmarami Rivi Sanspuradatma Tattvam Satchit Sukham Paramahansa Gatim Turiyam Yat Sapna Jagara Sushuptamavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha. So this is the first sloka, and I'm not getting into the detail of its meaning, etc. Still, I feel it's relevant to mention in the first shloka of this Pratasma Stotra. The suggestion is that as I get up in the morning, I remember that soul, full element, or the element of my soul, which is always, oh, I don't know the exact word for spirit. Vibration is not the one. So the one that blossoms, let's say, which is always blossoming or pulsating on its own in my heart in the form of aham, and that which is Satchit Sukh Swarup. So it's difficult to translate exactly, but who is also known only by Paramhansa, and that is also referred to as Turiya. So in the shloka, if you remember, we recited Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptama Vaiti Nityam. So the one who helps us experience all these stages of wakefulness, of dream, and of deep sleep, and who is always present. That blameless Brahman am I, that is I am, not this body composed of five elements. Very powerful. Let's recite it again. Pratasmarami Hridi Sanspuradatma Tattvam Satchit Sukham Paramahansa Gatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptama Vaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha. So the second one was uh, Pratas Pratar Bhajami Manaso Vachasama Gamyam Vacho Vibhanti Nikhila Yadanugrahena Yanneti Neti Vachaner Nigama Abochuhu Tam Deva Deva Maya Machuta Mahuragram. Early morning as the day begins, I now bhajan, what will you say in English? So let me just say bhajan. Bhajan is that which you are imbibing in a way. So it says that at the beginning of the day, I am imbibing that form of soul which is beyond mind and speech. But that's what we are doing. We are trying to get a sense of that which is beyond mind and speech. And why? Because why it is beyond it? Because that Samvit light uh, is enabling the speech to radiate light of awareness on anything. And that is what is making all these senses function. Now, even Vedas are not in a position to describe it completely. So, many times you have Neti Neti Atma Agrahya. So, those references are made where He says that this is incomprehensible by mind and speech. So that divine, that divine is divine, which is beyond birth and which is one without being separate from anything. I mean, I know I'm not doing proper justice, but hang on with me. There's some interesting aspect which we will have right after this. And then they say that gurus and the scriptures have said that all pervading consciousness is at the forefront of everything and is ever present. Let me quickly take the third one also, which was Pratar Namami Tamasa Paramarka Varanam Purnam Sanatana Padam Purushottamakyam Yasminnidam Jagadasheshamasheshamurtau Rajvam Bhujangama Iva Pratibhasitam Vai. So it says that at the time of becoming aware, I bow to that the best, who is beyond any darkness ever illuminated, like the super sun, who is always complete, eternal, and in whose indivisible form the whole world appears the way as uh, you sometimes have the impression of seeing a snake in a rope, or the simile is used many times. So what you feel, what you are seeing is something else, but you perceive it that way. Now, the conclusion or the additional part for this Shloka midam punyam lokatra vibhushanam prata kale patedyastu sakachit paramam padam. Now it says that these three shlokas, which are referring to three stages of human existence, that is Jagrat, Sapna, Sushupti, or wakefulness, dream state, and deep sleep. So if you read it, recite it early morning, it yields that stage of bliss, something like that. So if you are listening to this in the morning, let me recite it one more time. And this is Sri Bhagavat Shankar Bhagavat Padakritam Pratasmana Stotram. Pratasmarami Hridisham Suranatmatattvam Satchit Sukham Paramahansa Gatim Turiyam Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptamavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Nacha Bhuta Sangha Prathara Bhajami Manaso Vachasamagam Vacho Vibhanti Nikhila Yadanugrahya Yanneti Neti Vachanir Vochu Tam Deva Deva Majavachyuta Mahuravyam Prathar Namami Tamasa Paramarakavarnam Purnam Sanatana Padam Purushottamakyam Yasminnidam Jagadasheshamasheshamurtau Rajvambhujangamaiva Pratibhasitam Vehi Shlokatremidam Punyam Lokatra Vibhushanam Prata Kali Patedyastu Sagachet Paramam Padam. So basically we started talking about uh, artificial intelligence and Vedantic consciousness. So let's say there is difference between what we consider as intelligence and that which we refer to as consciousness. So that I found quite interesting, and I got intrigued. Uh, by the way we have given so much importance to intelligence, and we have moved away consciously from consciousness. So that is the thing. That is the thing. That is what sages contemplated on, etc. But both have their own importance. So let's get to uh, the basic difference between intelligence and consciousness. What do you think? Can machine give us intelligence? Yes. I mean, machine acts intelligently. And so that is more related to information. Just for the sake of simplicity, let me say that when we are dealing with information, we are dealing with data, we are dealing with arrangement, rearrangement, and proper way to access the plethora of information, then that intelligence, if uh, we take from with the help of computer, of course, that will prove to be faster than us. You will not remember the birthday of all your friends, family members, but machine would remember it and remind you. He won't send you an email to greet them, etc. So that's it. But machine will not help you in having the kind of feelings which fills you with love when you think of somebody. When they hear from you, they feel good that, oh, he or she has greeted me on my birthday. So on the level of feeling, I think there is no entry of machines. Machines have their importance, and we are not here to have a comparison between machine and man, because that is a ridiculous way. Uh, you will never have any human consciousness replaced by machine. Why? Because humans are created by that which we were just pajami and that which we were. So when you look at Vedantic approach towards human presence, that is related to the one who has also created these galaxies, sun, moon, the one who has placed them in such a way that they are moving some on their own axis as well as around the other planets. And that system is flawless for thousands of years. How it is working out is not possible. It is possible that Vedantic approach uh, refers to our oneness with everything, where they are deriving it from, because the origin of everything is same. So that is why we have known that plants also have life. No, wherever the life force is, there is a sense of resonance and oneness. And that is how the all encompassing approach of Sanatan Dharma has its root, because you are seeing that which is uh, the cause of the creation, or which is at the root of everything. Now, I was trying to say something about Tat Tvam Asi, and that again I will uh, uh, remember my Guruji, Swami Sri Puranand Guruji Maharaj, and um, not saying much about him, but he realized after, probably he was a gold medalist as an engineer, and then he felt that his quest led him somewhere else. Uh, so he also founded Samvit Sadhana and at Mount Abu, and there are many Samvit sadhakas. Samvit again means complete knowledge, something like that. So let's talk about Tat Tvam Asi, and why Swamiji brought that in the context of Pratasma Stotra, because this Stotra is also referring to Tatvamasi's explanation or deliberating on it. So what they say is, when they say Tat Tvam Asi, they say thou art that. That itself is a complete sentence. And these Mahavakyas, as we were referring to earlier, and now the theme is the great quotes or the great sentences or references from Vedas. So they establish oneness between Jeev and Brahma. So just in few words, what is uh, being conveyed, it is so aphoristic in nature, and it is like Gagar mein Sagar. So very intense idea or thought or essence is conveyed in just few words. And there is a glow in each of these Mahavakyas when we are talking about Tat Tvam Asi. So the first word Tat, Tat means you. Now, when the consciousness of a disciple is surrendered to the consciousness of the enlightened master, then the dialogue takes place in the silence, and then the truth is revealed. Now, these are again words of my master, my Guruji. The point is, when Guru tells the disciple, you are that. So now it is important to understand who you are, and why. He also deals with the question why there is no name given. You are that. Now, what is that? So they say there is a sense of respectful way of referring you in Indian culture and early days, and now things are moving in a different direction. But you won't find a husband's name uttered by his wife. Way. So the same way, there have been certain ways. So let us say that sort of a sensibility is also uh, applicable here, where you are. Plus, how would you name that which is all pervading, which is beyond name, which is beyond form? So it uh, it is clarified by Swamiji that by saying Tat Tvam Asi, Tat is not actually expressing our helplessness, but it is expressing the undescribable aspect of Ishvara. In the shloka, it comes Vacho Vibhanti Nikhila Yadanugrahena Yanneti Neti Vachane Nigma Avochu. So Tad Brahma Nishkalam Maham. And in the second shloka came Tam Deva Devam. So the Mahavakya that is Tat uh, before, no, without understanding that God is beyond any description, uh, the soul doesn't attain the fulfillment. So in order for us or a jiva to understand his fullness, he gets to have the, I'm just saying a word, have the idea that you are all pervading, you are permeating. Now, Upanishad, there is one reference, Sanmulam Anavichaha. So the true uh, basis for everyone, that root is one. If you know that, then you know everything. There are some Upanishadic tales also which talks about it. Now, the truth of all things, that will not come through artificial intelligence. It will come from the one who has realized, who in true sense is enlightened. He will take everything in his own unique way. Now, Vedanta, like uh, you contemplate about the world you contemplate about uh, soul, you also contemplate on the root, the cause of the the creation, and then you start having some idea about God consciousness or Ishwar Chaitanya, which is all pervading. For us, it is natural because it's all pervading, and it is essential. Uh, we don't even breathe without that awareness. So Upanishad says, Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi. This is not a blind belief. This is not nature worship. So that uh, astha or conviction has remained, and many people have realized, experienced through their adoration. Now, where we are, point is this shloka, Tat Tvam Asi, then it also deals with Tvam in the second shloka, and it also talks about Asi, how they are one. They meaning Jeev and Brahma or Jeev and Ishwar. The point that is again differentiating between artificial intelligence and Vedantic consciousness also makes me recollect that many times people think that believing in God is good because it takes away your mental problems, but then that will not take you to moksha. So if you do not have clarity about the meaning of Ishvara, or not exactly meaning, but if it is being uh, treated as a limited way to fulfill XYZ aim, which is very much uh, the currency of the day. And even if we say that he is merciful and he is fair, and so that gives an image of someone sitting separately, taking care of all the affairs, etc., making sure that you get your justice, etc. That would again be a limited way of perceiving uh, God, is the suggestion we get from Vedanta. So we have to be clear about what we mean when we say Ishwar, that is Tat. So Tat Tvam, so Tat Tvam Asi. We need to know Tat. And then Tvam also reminded me of Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi when he talks about who am I, being the core query. Uh, so Chit Sukham also refers to uh, soul, and he, I'm not in a position to explain or clarify, but I'm just making it out of love and sort of in the spirit of having a satsang. So if you refer to this Pratarshma shloka again somewhere, and it says, Tam Deva Deva Majamachyuta Mahuragriham, uh, this has actually so much packed in it. So Dev Devam is also referring to the Trinity. So Mahadev ji has also come, or you can also consider that this is referring to Brahma, Vasudeva, Tam Deva Deva Madhimachyuta, Mahuragram. But then it also says that Manaso Vachasama Gamyam. So basically, Tat and Tvam gets clarified for those who have contemplated and those who can see beyond words what light is flowing. But then we can take shelter or consolation in the fact that yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So Upanishads have again and again said that that is beyond mind and speech. Now, are we only mind? Is a question that we should ask ourselves. Mind keeps changing, and we cannot express everything. There are some people so articulate, they speak so well, they'll impress you with their oratory skills, but they may not be in a position to convey that about which Vedantic approach of consciousness is leading us to refer to that as Brahma. So that is why Neti Neti being a way that is not this, not this. And I think I'll just leave it somewhere here, but I will also um, remember uh, from Srimad Bhagavad Gita the shloka again. When I say I will remember, actually I'm just following what Swamiji said in Swaswarupanusandhan. He referred to this shloka from Bhagavad Gita where Bhagavan says, Devi Yesha Gurmai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Yetapadyante Maya Yetam Tarantite. So he has said, that is Lord Krishna, in order to go beyond the Shakti of my Maya, uh, you need uh, complete surrender to me. Then the second sloka also came Bhajami. Bhajami is the same thing. So these three Pratasmara shloka, Pratasmarami, Pratar Bhajami, Pratar Namami, these three stages are there. And I think with that, we again say that consciousness should not be confused with intelligence. Why? Because consciousness is ever independent, and that is the essence of spirituality. So that which is not free or independent is dependent on something. So that is not consciousness. Consciousness is ever established in itself and is ever free. So, in order to touch Ishvara, which is consciousness, we need to live at the level of consciousness. And when I say we need to live, is to, by His grace, we become aware. And one more last point, which I will mention and conclude. That is, if you want to touch God, Ishvara, it will happen only through love. And where there is a sense of helplessness or a conditioned approach, that will may lead to exploitation actually. Now, that love, that pure love, was palpably felt by sages, and that is why we have such a rich tradition of devotion and joy flowing for humanity from Sanatana Dharma. So I will just repeat, do not pay more importance to artificial intelligence than the consciousness. And basically, it is the consciousness that always separates or always, I'll use the expression, uh, makes you superior as a human. You are created by that, and machine is created by you. So there is a difference of the degree to which, moreover, whatever progress we have made, the mystery of life remains miles away from us as human collectively being able to figure out. So Swaswarupanusandhan book based on the lectures of Swami Shishwaranandji Maharaj on Acharya Shankar Bhagavad Pad's Pratasma Stotra became a reference point for me to say something about the Mahavakya Tat Tvam Asi. What we hear is when this is uttered by someone who is realized, it hits the right, ready listener in such a way that he is enlightened. And once again, remember these Mahavakyas are establishing the oneness of Jiva and Brahma in such a great aphoristic way, leading us to enlightenment.